Welcome back to Natalby Reefing. Those guys and girls who are familiar with my tank will see something is quite different than before, and it is the magnetic frag rock which is at the back. I have run out of space, or not completely, but I'm almost out of space on the rock structure on where I'm going to be able to put coral. So I decided I need more space, and that was an awesome addition with probably, I'd say, over 20 places where I can put frags. So what that really means is that in about 3 months I'm going to be completely broke, but it is worth it because corals are cool. Anyway, yeah, so now the other thing that I had to do in order to make not only the frag rack visible from the front of the tank, but also sort of move it over a little bit, was do a rescape. Now in a bare bottom tank, a rescape takes literally seconds. So all I did was push the main structure a little bit to the left and a little bit to the back. And what that did was create that nice empty space there. And I moved the clam, which used to be in the middle, to there, and I put rock turbotastria in the limelight. Now, I really like this rock. It is doing a great job at encrusting. The corals are touching on each other, they're rubbing over each other, they're met up everywhere, and I'm really happy with how this rock is growing. I wanted it to be a little bit more in the center. It was a bit hidden before. The Goni Garden is declaring itself as one of my little favorite patches. There was an Aptasia attached to that little one, and I'd never ever had an Aptasia in the tank before. So before they got carried away, I just pulled it out, cracked off the frag plug, got rid of the Aptasia, and then glued it back in. I'd rather do that than try and treat it inside the tank. It's easy enough. The tank is small and the frag was little. The Montipora is growing really well. Everything's doing okay. The only interesting thing that I've noticed, this is I think it's called a Fire and Fury. Tom from Gallery Aquatica will probably be able to tell me if I'm right. Fire and Fury. Anyway, the only thing that I've noticed with the rescaping, let's say, is that the corals are just getting used to the flow pattern that's changed a little bit, because now obviously they're not in relation to the MP10s, it's not how it was before. So they're getting a little bit blasted, and I think you just have to try and figure out if they like it or if they don't like it. I'm going to leave them there for a couple of days and see, but I can definitely tell that there's a little bit of retraction on the polyps. They used to be out a lot, but they're just a little bit sort of retracted now. We'll see how that works out. Maybe all I have to do is just move it a little bit over again. The torch has stayed in its position because the clowns are, I think they're gonna lay eggs somewhere under here, because they are constantly picking at it, cleaning it, trying to defend it from old man Grumps, who is getting so fat, but he's doing a good job, and he's also eating a lot of food. What else do we have? Yeah, here you can see I've just fed the tank, and I've chucked in some aminos and some SPS food. So I think that's maybe why the polyps are looking even more retracted, because they've just eaten or whatever. Up in the top there is some frozen food that's busy dissolving. It'll eventually drop out through the frozen food feeder. And if we have a closer look at that, you can see where it's actually designed to fit around the MP10, 20 and 40, 10, MP10, MP40, MP60, no 20, but it can't fit on the side of this tank because it's a little bit too small. So we've mounted it to the back, and like I said, there's 20, 25 plus maybe places for me to put coral, which I'm really excited about. Yeah, I don't really have any other news. I just thought I'd put this video up so you guys can see the new purchase. And also I got my Triton ICP test back, and it was really not good news, because every single element was in the green with the exception of iodine and calcium. So what I had to do was over the next 3 days I've got to put a little bit of Triton calcium supplement, and over the next 2 days I've got to put a little bit of the iodine supplement, which I started today, and then I'll send off another one maybe in about 2 or 3 months. But alkalinity is hanging out at between 8.3 and 8.6, and it's staying there, and it's doing pretty well. So all in all, for now, I'd say that even in a small tank, the Triton is working very well. It's pretty easy to do. I haven't done a water change since, I don't know when, ages ago. And everything looks pretty good. So thank you for watching if you managed to stay to the end. If you did, subscribe. What do all the cool kids say? Thumbs up, hit the bell button, subscribe, like, and share, whatever the cool kids are doing. But otherwise, if you don't want to do any of those things, you don't have to. It's your life. Thank you very much for watching, and stay tuned for whatever we're going to put on that cool frag rack, which I got from Gallery Aquatica. So thanks for watching. Peace.